This Saturday, the real deal, Evander Holyfield.
It's not a game.
MMA powerhouse, Vitor Belfort.
It's gonna be a war.
Legends 2, this Saturday on pay-per-view.
Let me get to Joe Fournier, David Haye. Joe, this is a fight that happened. You guys are in Greece. You guys were friends. You guys are having a good time. And then someone said something about who would win between the two of you. David, from what you tell me, you said it would be a draw, being diplomatic about it. Joe, you said, no, screw that. I would beat him. The next day, David said, you doubled down on that. Now you're here. What's going through your mind is you're getting ready to take on the former cruiserweight and heavyweight champion of the world in David Haye.
Well, I mean, you're giving a guy hospitality in your mansion in Mykonos. You'd think he'd tell the girl you're trying to hit on that you'd win. But his ego couldn't even let him do that, so he had to say it'd be a draw. That's David Haye. At the end of the day, if you were to compare us, he's a Corvette. Brutal power, fast, can only go in one direction. And I see myself as a Rolls Royce, a little bit more refined, more expensive. And he's going to see where elegance beats brute power on the night.
David, your response to that?
Okay. There's going to be a ring, there's going to be a referee, and you're going to get punched in the head. All of the slick analogies go out the window when that bell rings. Just know that. You know, it sounds, you know, I love that the passion of the young lions here, but you can't buy that. You can't buy the energy that these young guys, these warriors have. You can't buy that feeling. And you're going to realize that when that first bell rings on Saturday.
Joe, how much does this fight mean to you? Because, you know, you're 9-0. You know, you picked up, you know, you fought back in April on the undercard of the Jake Paul Ben Askren extravaganza down in Atlanta. But what does this fight mean to you?
Well, everyone knows I don't fight for the money, so...
Well, obviously not. I mean, you have a lot of, you know, zeros in your bank account, but that's another topic for another day.
Thanks. So for me, it's legacy, right? It's no one at 9-0, no manager would say, hey, you know what you should do? Go fight a unified cruiserweight and heavyweight world champion for a laugh at the age of 38. So, but the way I see it, I grew up as a dishwasher, actually, was my first job. So I skipped a lot of steps to get to where I am. It wasn't mummy or daddy's money. I grew up in the hood, 5 of us in a studio apartment in Hounslow, London. So to be here today, I'm already in a video game. I got all these guys that I used to play as in video games. So why not go and try and beat the colossal David Haye? Because at the end of the day, I'm a businessman, I'm an investor. I look at assets decreasing before I buy them, refurb them, sell them on, right? He's a decreasing asset, I see that. He says about all these incredible things he's gonna do in the ring, but sure, 10 years ago, I wouldn't be in the ring with him. I'm not stupid either. I'm here because of my brains. But, you know, 40-year-old David Haye, torn Achilles, torn bicep, who knows what other injuries he has back there, whereas I lived a good life. You know, lobster keeps you healthy.
David, when he says all these things and he's insulting you, does that...
This is what the conversation exactly was like in Mykonos.
Okay, so we're getting a simulation of that here.
There's only one way to straighten this out.
Saturday night.
Get a referee and let the punches flow. It's going to be beautiful. I can't wait. I really can't.
Yeah.
I've got that. Joe's a friend of mine, genuinely, and I don't want to do horrendous damage to him, but this game is hard to do boxing without doing damage. It's not that game. It's not a game of darts. We're going to throw punches at each other. And I punch significantly harder than you, faster than you, got more experience doing that one thing. It's not a business transaction. This one is a life and death one. Just letting you know now. You got to take this serious, I'm just telling you.
As long as your bicep doesn't snap doing it.
The PSA warning has been told by David Haye.
I've got 2 biceps, remember, I only need 1, maybe half. Half a bicep.
Just wonder why one is so much bigger than the other.
Joe Fournier, the billionaire, taking on the haymaker David Haye. Will you shock the world? How do you see your fight unfolding against David Haye?
You know, before I got here, I was planning to know that he's going to come out like a Corvette and try and kill me in the first round. And now I've seen him a bit up closer. He doesn't look as big as he used to be. So I think I'm going to knock him out in the first round.
First round knockout?
First round knockout. I'm going to put it on him, see what he has left, see if that shoulder holds up. Let's make sure he keeps his hands up.
A first round knockout according to Joe Fournier. So you're doubling down on that.
Double down.
Doubling
We're
down.
in the casino, double down. Let's
Man, oh man, yeah, we are actually. Like Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, he's doubling down on it. David Haye, you just heard that Joe Fournier said he's going to knock you out in the first round.
Well,
What's your prediction?
Well, there you go. My prediction is so obvious. There are levels to this boxing game. And I'm going to teach you a lesson. I'm going to turn the heat up gradually. I don't believe you could take the heat. I believe you're going to quit in the corner. I believe you're just going to think, what have I signed up to? This sounded good in my head when I was on stage and the cameras were rolling. That first round knockout was such a silly thing to say. Now he's punishing me now. I'm not sure if I can come out of this when you're breathing the blood in. It's not nice. We've all done that before. You haven't. All of us know the taste of blood. Spitting out when you can't breathe through your nose. When you've ruptured eye socket, perforated eardrum. We've all had it. You haven't. But you're gonna. But how much of it can you take? That's the question. You could feel the passion from the young guys there. No one can question the passion here. But people are going to question the passion. We're going to find out. I'm looking forward to it. I'd like to believe you could get past 3 rounds. I believe, or 2 rounds maybe. If you take some severe punishment, you may get through the second and third round maybe.
Why are we talking about the second and third? You're already knocked out.
There you go. There you go. I'm looking forward to it. I wasn't. I am now. I'm looking forward to it. I was feeling pretty bad a little bit, thinking I've got to smoke this poor guy. I'm thinking, unfortunately, it's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy the process. You're not, but I'm going to enjoy it, and hopefully the fans do too. So I'd say I can't see you going past 3 rounds. Just can't see it.
Well, I can tell you, in that fight, expect, in the words of Mr. T, pain on either side, because, oh my goodness, they are definitely amped up.